Good day everyone, I am Kisha Jean Britos and I am the first reporter about the noise pollution. I will discuss to you the nature of noise and the definition of noise pollution. The other part of our topic will be discussed by Ma'am Buludan and Ma'am Dacumus. Noise is any unwanted sound contributed to the environment by man's activities. It can be pleasant or unpleasant, but its precise definition is highly subjective. For example, loud rock music may not be appreciated by some, while others may like it. Similarly, the presence of jackhammers nearby is very disturbing to most, but others may not be affected at all. As we know that sound is everywhere, right from the alarm clock, you wake up to the sound of, to the school bell, loudspeakers, and so on. These sounds are a vital part of our daily routines and we are blessed to be able to hear everything around us. But sometimes, these necessary sounds reach a volume that's dangerous for all living beings. And if they get too loud or too long, they become noise pollution. Noise is considered a pollutant when it is present in an amount and intensity that causes psychological stress and physiological damage. When there is a lot of noise in the environment, it is termed as noise pollution. Sound becomes undesirable when it disturbs the normal activities such as working, sleeping, and during conversation. It is an underrated environmental problem because the fact that we can see, smell, or taste it. Unlike other pollution that we see around like water, land, and air, noise pollution is invisible to us, but still is very harmful to those get in its path. So let's talk about of noise. It is observed that sound cannot be heard from a source unless the source is disturbed. We know from our experience that no sound can be heard from a piano unless the keys are struck. Technically, sound is a wave phenomenon propagated through an elastic medium and is capable of exciting the auditory nerve. This medium could be solid, liquid, or gaseous material. Certainly, the sound is a form of mechanical medium, typically air, but it can also propagate through liquids and solids. When object vibrates, nag-create ito ng compressions and rarefactions in the surrounding medium, forming a series of waves. So yung waves na yon ay nagdadala ng energy and when they reach our ears, they cause the eardrum to vibrate. The strength of sound can be measured accurately. The unit of measurement is the decibel. The decibel scale is logarithmic. A small increase or decrease in the decibels may mean a great change in intensity, meaning that each increase or decrease by a certain number of decibels corresponds to a tenfold change in intensity. For example, 10 decibel increase represents a tenfold increase in intensity o ito yung 10 beses na pagtaas ng intensity, while 10 decibel decrease represents a tenfold decrease. This logarithmic nature implies that kahit na maliit na pagbabago sa decibels ay nagre-resulta pa din sa isang malaking pagbabago sa intensity. Sa makatuwid, the increase or decrease on decibel ay maaring magpahayag ng malaking paglipat sa nadaramang lakas o lakas ng isang tunog o strength of a sound. The average human ear is sensitive to frequencies over a range of 20 to 20,000 Hz, where 1 Hz is equal to 1 wave per second. In this context, Hertz represents the number of cycles or waves of a sound wave occurring in 1 second. So when we say the average human ear is sensitive to frequencies from 20 to 20,000 Hz, it means we can hear sound that vary from 20 cycles per second up to 20,000 cycles per second. This range covers the majority of sounds in our everyday environment, from low-frequency number to high-pitched tones. Loudness and intensity are two different aspects of sounds. The loudness of a sound is the magnitude of auditory sensation, while the intensity is the energy per unit area per unit time scaled in decibels. Loudness refers to the perceived magnitude of a sound, and it is a subjective quality related to our perceptions. It depends on the amplitude of sound waves. Loudness is measured in subjective units called tone, while intensity it is an objective measure of the energy carried by a sound wave. It is the amount of energy per unit area, per unit time, and it is measured in watts per square meter. The relationship between intensity and loudness is linear. Our perception of loudness increases logarithmically with the intensity of the sounds. So let's example here. The decibel scale of the sound intensity level and some common sounds are listed as follows. As we can see in the table, the quiet sounds are coming from the broadcasting studio, the library, average home volume, as well as the conversation. It has intensity level of 10 up to 60 decibels. So when the intensity of the sound reaches the 120 decibels level, a person hearing it begins to feel pain. So the loudest tolerable through already painful sound has an intensity level of 120 to 130 decibels. These sounds are coming from the very loud disco, the jet planes in the sky. So that's the loudest tolerable sound that can be damaged in our ears. So that's all the end of my topic, and the next topic will be discussed by Ma'am Buludan.
Source of noise. Natural noise is like the winds rustling through the trees, waves crashing into the shore, and the creeping of birds is usually expected. Unnatural noise is more intense and is often unexpected. The increasing use of product of the technology account for most of the unnatural noise like the coming from machine, jet, planes, and amplifiers in a rock concert. So, ang pangunahing sanhi ng noise pollution ay maaaring magmula sa tao, sasakyan, industrial na mga gawain, at iba pang pinagupunan ng mga maingay na tunog.
So, good morning everyone. I am Vanessa Flortida Comos. I am the third reporter, and my topic is all about the effect of excessive noise and noise control. So, in this lesson, we will going to discuss what are those effects of noise pollution in us humans, and what can we do to avoid or control those effects. So first, we will going to discuss the effect of excessive noise. So noise produces various adverse effects on man. Many studies reveal that prolonged exposure to high level of noise may cause permanent damage to hearing. Study also indicate that very loud noises cause psychological and emotional stress, irritability, high blood pressure, headaches, fatigue, ulcers, and inability to sleep. So, ang noise pollution is nakakapag-produce siya ng iba't ibang masasamang epekto sa atin na mga tao. Maraming studies ang nag-reveal o nag-show na kapag yung tao is ma-expose siya sa na-expose siya ng matagal sa sobrang ingay na area or places, ay may possibility na madadamage yung hearing niya, or may possibility na magiging bingi siya permanente. Hindi lang pandinig ng isang tao ang posibleng maepektuhan ng noise pollution. So, maraming study din ang nagre-reveal or nag-show na yung sobrang tagal ng exposure ng isang tao sa sobrang ingay na area or places ay nakaka-epekto nito sa kanyang psychological and emotional stress. So, means ng psychological and emotional stress ay ito yung stress na nagkukos ng intense at negative stress response kapag yung tao is nakaka-experience siya ng emotions like worry, fear, frustration, danger, or sadness. So, nakakos din ang noise pollution ng irritability o yung pagkabalisa ng isang tao. Pwede din mag-cause ng high blood pressure, pagtaas ng blood pressure ng isang tao na pwedeng mag-cause sa stroke, and also pagsakit ng ulo, madalas na pagkapagod, ulcer, at kawalan ng gana sa pagtulog. So, noise control. So, there are 3 suggestions para maiwasan natin or makontrol natin ang noise pollution. So, the first one is block reception from the unwanted sound by using our plug. And one is soundproofing room to prevent excessive noise from coming in. And the last one is prevent noise at the source by redesigning the source. So, pwede nating iwasan or harangan ang pagtanggap ng iba't ibang uri ng ingay sa pamamagitan ng paggamit ng earplugs. Soundproofing room to prevent excessive noise from coming in. So, dapat yung room natin is soundproof siya, nang sa ganon ay i-block niya or harangan niya yung pagpasok ng iba't ibang klase ng ingay. Why soundproofing room is important? It is because it stops vibration, and the proper insulation can act as a muffler against unwanted noise, fills the wall cavity completely with a sustainable insulation. Insulation fills the gaps between walls and the spaces between studs, absorbing noise and breaking the path of sounds. Last one is prevent noise at the source by redesigning the source. So, iiwasan natin or makokontrol natin ang noise pollution kapag yung pinagmula ng ingay is muli natin siyang i-redesign or aayusin. So, that's all. Thank you.